Welcome back to Explaining Everything, the channel where we dive into the stories and mysteries behind everyday things. Today's question comes from one of our thoughtful viewers, Marcus, the Curious. Thanks for the suggestion, Marcus. You asked, why do we wear black to funerals? It's one of those things we all just do, put on black clothes when someone passes away. But have you ever stopped and wondered, who decided black equals mourning? Why not gray, or beige, or something a little less? Goth runway meets tragic occasion. Today, we're going beyond the somber suits and lacy veils to uncover the history, culture, and even a bit of humor behind funeral fashion. So if you've ever questioned why we dress like we're attending a very fancy sadness convention, stick around, because we're unbuttoning the mystery right here on Explaining Everything. First of all, let's admit something. Black is a power color. It's serious. It's dramatic. It makes everyone look like they just walked out of a fashion magazine or a vampire cult. There's something about black that says, "Don't mess with me. I'm dealing with feelings." In color psychology, black symbolizes power, elegance, formality, and, death. It's like the overachiever of the color wheel. So it makes sense that when people are mourning, they go for something that looks respectful and subdued. Wearing neon orange to a funeral might get you some very strong side-eye from Aunt Mildred. Of course, this color-coded grief isn't new. The Romans, who seem to invent every dramatic tradition we now blindly follow, used to wear something called a toga pulla to funerals. That's a dark-colored toga, not some Greek snack. They'd throw it on as a public sign of mourning, and people would know, oh, that guy's sad. Better not ask him about his taxes. So yes, even 2,000 years ago, people were already using dark fashion to say, I'm grieving. Leave me alone. Also, I look fabulous. Fast forward to the Victorian era, where grief got its own rulebook. And I'm not even exaggerating. Queen Victoria basically turned mourning into a full-time job. When her beloved husband, Prince Albert, died, she wore black for 40 years. That's not just mourning. That's commitment. That's till death do us part, and also after that, too. Thanks to Queen Victoria, black became the official mourning uniform. The Victorians had stages of grief, color-coded accessories, and even mourning jewelry made with the hair of the deceased. Yes, actual hair. Imagine wearing a bracelet that's basically your uncle's scalp souvenir. Delightful. But why not white? Good question. In many cultures, especially in places like India, China, and Japan, white is actually the color of mourning. It symbolizes purity and rebirth. Wearing white at a funeral, there is totally normal. It's peaceful, respectful, and makes way more sense when you think about it. You spill white wine on black pants. No one knows. You spill coffee on a white sari at a funeral. Now that's tragedy. But Western culture leaned hard into black because we like our emotions bottled up, dramatic, and expressed only through wardrobe choices. Nowadays, the rules have relaxed. People wear navy, gray, even dark green. Some funerals have themes. There are even celebrations of life, where you're encouraged to wear bright colors or something the deceased loved, like Hawaiian shirts or cosplay. If Uncle Gary loved Star Wars, everyone shows up as stormtroopers. It's still a little weird, but hey, it's what Gary would have wanted. Still, when in doubt, people default to black. It's the safe choice. It says, I respect the dead. I didn't want to stand out. And also, I wasn't sure what else to wear. Okay? Plot twist. Black isn't just for funerals anymore. It's for weddings, too. That's right. What was once the color of mourning is now the color of chic wedding guest attire. You can show up to a wedding in a sleek black dress, and everyone compliments your fashion sense. 200 years ago, they would have assumed you're about to curse the bride. Fashion is weird, man. Let's be honest. The real reason we wear black at funerals, so no one judges us. No one wants to be that guy who showed up in khaki shorts and a SpongeBob tie because he didn't get the memo. Black is the universal safety net. It's like the polite way of saying, I don't know what's happening, but I'm trying. Plus, everyone in black just kind of blends together in funeral photos, which is ideal because no one wants to remember what they looked like when they were sobbing over potato salad. So, to sum it all up, why do we wear black at funerals? Because ancient Romans were dramatic, Queen Victoria was extra, color psychology is intense, and humans really love rules, especially vague, confusing, unwritten ones. But also because black just works. It's respectful, it's slimming, it hides your tear stains, and it makes sure no one mistakes the funeral for a Coachella after party. Whether we stick with black, switch to white, or someday go full rainbow, what really matters is the meaning behind it. Mourning isn't about color, it's about remembering someone you loved, preferably without clashing with the floral arrangements. If you learned something new or at least laughed once while thinking about Victorian hair jewelry, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more offbeat history. And if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.